Hey guys, welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today I want to talk about AMD stock. And the main reason why I want to show you guys this stock today is because it's not only one of my favorite stocks to trade, but because I actually have a crazy setup that I want to show you guys that I think is going to come into play here within the next 2 to 3 days and potentially into next week, especially now that we have the stock market and the SPY actually selling off a lot here in during regular hours trading. So the first thing that I want to say about this company is that in the past, I've swing traded them and earned thousands of dollars swing trading this company as a result of the fact that they are so consistent and they trade so regularly between a support and a resistance. Now, what do I mean by that? You can see that back in March, April, and May of this year, I was trading them, and you can see very, very clearly where their resistance price is and where their support price is. And this is rare to find with a stock, but AMD is just that company. And between the prices of $58 and $49, I traded them probably 3, 4, 5 times. And I was able to earn between $2,000 and $4,000 trading this company during this period using options trading. Now, that's just the original analysis I want to show you guys. And I even mentioned it when they were potentially breaking up out of this range. I said I think they're going to go around $90, and that's exactly what happened. So I'm very confident that I have a good grasp on what is the future of this company and especially what happens to the stock on a regular basis. So let me just show you guys my analysis and what I think is going to happen over the next few days, next few weeks, and especially coming into the elections on November 3rd. Now, what we've seen with AMD is now a period of consolidation. They rose to a high of around $95, and I really thought they were going to be testing $100, but unfortunately, they didn't make it up to this level. After reaching the 96, 95, they really started to pull back strongly, and you can see that they potentially tested a support around $75. So my way of knowing that was looking for potentially a period where we saw a lot of consolidation on their way up. And the way I found that was by basically seeing where there was sideways trading when they were having this huge run up all the way to $95. And that happened 2 times. It happened here on July the 28th and here towards the end of July, beginning of August. And very clearly you can see that they did not reach down all the way to the $60, $70 level, but instead they did reach down to around the $75.50. And honestly, they tested this level once and twice in the past, and then again when the stock actually pulled back from the all-time highs. And they really tested it this third time when they came down. They were up, down, testing with the 50 EMA, bouncing off of it and this key level, this key support. And then once they were able to break the 50 EMA very clearly, they were validated out of the 50 EMA and they were able to rock it up, test it one more time, and then head all the way back near all-time highs at around $87. Now, in the last few weeks, they've been trading very sideways and even more sideways than they have in the past, where they're literally just sitting between this $82 and $87 price tag. And what I really want to show you guys about this time frame is how obvious it is where the support is on the company. Now, if I did have to set up a support, I would literally put it right here. You can see that they've tested it going up, tested it coming back down, tested it coming down again, and then 2, 3, and 3 times actually over the last few days. So what that really shows me is that if I go on these smaller time frame charts, I'm going to be able to see a huge buying power or huge buying area for AMD around this price. And that's why I want to set up a triangle here, a rectangle actually, where I really want to see if they can break out of this price in order to know whether they're headed in a downwards or upwards direction. Now, at the beginning of the video, I told you guys that I was seeing a pattern that was making it very clear to me what was going to happen in the future of AMD. And that's what I want to show you next here, guys. Now, the company, it's very easy to see the 1 hour chart with the graphs, everything. But to show you this pattern, I'm going to come to the 4 hour chart with no technical analysis on the chart. And I want to show you how easy it is to sometimes identify some of these obvious patterns that are forming and happening on a daily basis on the stock market. And the one that I want to show you guys today is a classic head and shoulders pattern. You can see it right here, and it looks like this is what's going to happen with AMD. Maybe they won't reach down as far as 57, but this is the basic gist of the pattern. There is first a shoulder, then a head that reaches up higher, then another shoulder to relatively the same price tag as the first shoulder. And that's exactly what happened here around the $88 level. They pulled back and looks like they're still having a major pullback. And guys, this is going to be a great opportunity to trade to the downside. Like I said, this is a selling pattern. This is a pattern that shows weakness in the stock. And there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This pattern has been validated. You can see that we're now below the 50 EMA. And not only that, we actually tried to come above it a few days ago and just sold off again. And even on a shorter term period here on the 1 hour, if we really zoom in, you can see that there is actually a similar setup happening on a shorter time frame, 1, 2, 3 here. So I think that the stock is really going to be taking a turn to the downside here over the next few days. And as we actually have seen the SPY today sell off a lot, they sold off probably $5 today, which is actually insane for the amount that the SPY normally moves. And that's going to really affect some of these other stocks, and especially these big name tech companies, Apple, AMD, Boeing, Microsoft, etc., that tend to move based on what the SPY is doing and are sitting near all-time highs, where their company may not really support, or their balance sheet, their company financials may not really support the price that their stock is sitting at. Now, I'm not saying that AMD does not support the price they're sitting at. I think they're a great company with great fundamentals and great business, but unfortunately, the patterns that are forming right now on this company and on this chart are showing us that AMD might be heading in a downwards direction. So that's why I want you guys to be really careful if you are sitting on calls, if you have seen this resistance that they're having around $82 and thinking to yourself, well, it looks like they're holding this price, maybe they'll head back up. It really does not seem like they are going to head back up. It seems like they are forming a classic head and shoulders pattern and are going to be breaking down in the next few days. So that's why I really want to bring this video to you guys ASAP. I think that tomorrow or sometime by the end of this week, they are going to start seeing a lot of selling. And honestly, I would look for them to sell all the way to around $75 here. Now, if I was to buy an option, I would not buy the weekly options. I don't know why anybody buys weekly options. The time premium is going to murder you. You have a great setup here, a great opportunity to make money in a long-term period. It took weeks for this pattern to set up. So it will most likely take weeks for the company to sell all the way to 75, at least 1 to 2 weeks. So if I was buying an option, for all the people that always ask me, what option am I buying? What option am I buying? I'm looking to buy something that's maybe a little more out of the money, around $65, $70, but potentially with a lot more time. And you'll be able to afford that time because the contract is out of the money. But fortunately, as your contract gets more in the money, the delta will increase on the contract, and the dollar amount you make by every dollar that the stock moves will continue increasing. So don't worry if you buy a contract out of the money and think, damn, this is never going to reach $50. You don't have to have a contract in the money in order to sell it and sell it for a profit. So that's what I really want you guys to take away from the options portion of this video here. I see a lot of you guys asking me, do I think a company will reach $80, $90, $100, etc.? When in reality, you don't need your option to be in the money in order to sell it and make a profit. So that's a really big takeaway I want you guys to learn from this video, but also the fact that when you have these setups and you see that they take months to form, we're talking about August, September, October, now November almost, they're probably going to take weeks to potentially come into the money and potentially sell off to the levels that we're expecting them to move to. So just keep a close eye out on this stock. If they do go up $1 tomorrow, doesn't mean that this pattern is broken, and it doesn't mean that the company is going to be green for the next week. It just means that they're having a regular fluctuation. As always, you want to keep a close eye out on these patterns and see very clear indications like the volume, like the MACD, like the 50 EMA, of whether or not they are in an upwards or downwards direction. Don't be tricked by the fact that the stock went up 50 cents or $1. Doesn't mean that the stock is going to go up $1 tomorrow. It could just be a regular fluctuation. So as always, guys, just keep a close eye out on this position. I will definitely be buying some puts in the next few days as soon as I see a clear breakout moment on the stock and a clear pattern that tells me this is the perfect moment to buy in on an option to make the most potential profit. That's when I will be buying in on these options, on the put options, or potentially shorting some shares, even though I'm very much more likely to do the options play because I don't like shorting shares. etc., etc. Guys, this is going to be a great play here. And as always, thank you so much for watching. If you want to stay updated on when I do go into this trade, don't forget Discord link down in the description. That is free signals, free plays every single day, daily watch list, all for free. And you can join that with the link down in the description. As always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe this video. I appreciate the love and the support you guys have been showing me over the last few days on all these videos. And I'm so happy that we're growing as a community. As always, guys, thank you so much. And I hope you guys have a green day.